Hey there, everybody, this is PotterBrony, and welcome to another blind reaction of some MLP Fanwork. This time we have another from Little Shy FIM. Everything wrong with the one where Pinkie Pie knows. Now, before we get into this, I know I haven't been doing a lot of MLP Fanwork stuff, mainly because I don't know what to do, but, yeah, it's just, there's so much to choose from, and I've been kind of lax on it. But that's the way it is, I suppose. I've also been getting requests, and I want to talk about that real quick again. I've said before, I don't take requests anymore. I just don't. I'm sorry. Really, the rule of thumb is that if I find something that, like, really, aside from stuff that I've already been reacting to, like a series like this one, if something like really gains popularity or really becomes big in the fandom, then yeah, I'll do a reaction to that. But otherwise, I don't really have many plans to do a lot of MLP fan work, to be perfectly honest with you. Because yeah, fan work project's still going strong, but like I said, there's too much to choose from, so kind of just been not doing any of it. Anyway, so that's my reasoning. Just wanted to get that out there, and let's just get started with this. As always, be sure to support the official release. The link to the original video is in the description below. And let's see what's wrong with the one where Pinkie Pie knows. In 3, 2, 1, and go.
566, 567.
There's less than a mere 100 cupcakes here, and that's being generous.
Yeah.
Would you mind watching the counter?
Figure that
Mrs.
much.
Cake just came through the front
Figured
door.
that would be one.
Was No Pony watching the counter while she was gone, or was Pinkie already watching it? Also, we hear her come through the front door and shut it behind her, but the door is clearly not moving. It's also open in the next shot. All of the stress in this episode could have been avoided had Mrs. Cake been more careful with keeping the secret herself. Luna's got her work cut out for her, thanks to this nightmarish visual. Pinkie getting cagey about the word baby, followed by this look later on when Twilight talks about the royal couple, could have been all it took for the secret to leak, if Rarity were smart enough to figure it out. Castle isn't even worth an establishing shot.
They're mint and bag.
Spike doing something needlessly horrible. Why must that be a recurring theme?
Shining Armor used to carry him around like his baby. It is
No
a
reference
bit
to
juvenile for castle decor.
Rarity quickly changes the subject
comic
because
itself.
she is smart enough to figure it out, and she's respectfully helping to keep the secret. Headcanon accepted.
What if the surprise
All right,
is something
why
so
not?
incredibly exciting she has to tell the pony who's standing next to her what it is, or she might explode?
And to think they don't immediately pick up on the fact Pinkie's keeping a secret, even though they remark numerous times about her stranger-than-usual behavior.
The pony who
And that's saying
ruins the
something.
surprise has to live with that guilt forever.
Rarity's tone seemingly comes out of nowhere, unless headcanon confirmed.
There's no possible way that I could ever have anything that might interfere with doing that task.
There's no possible way this statement would be a normal dialogue.
Well,
This
for
isn't
Pinkie
the
it
first
is.
time we've seen Gummy in food. Either Ponyville has no health inspector, or perhaps Gummy is the health inspector and he takes his job very seriously.
Inspects it
Thanks,
very
Dad.
closely, yes.
You're a real cake saver.
That saying makes more sense when you realize he has cakes on his rump.
Maybe it'll be a quiet day.
Oh,
and I
she
can
saved his
disappoint
ass
every
again.
pony.
Yeah.
The most extroverted pony in the show gets a taste of introversion. This stallion has no eyelid. Sweetie Belle's cutie mark is gone for a moment before popping back into existence.
Got it! Pinkie promise!
The only thing
Touched
worse
on
than
that
someone
stuff.
who breaks promises is some pony who makes promises on a whim.
Baby carrots. They're Shining Armor's favorite.
Shame he only has giant-sized carrots later at the party then.
Kind of like how boys are treated to their parents.
Except for when they're not, which is often the case in Equestria.
Huh. Yeah.
Excuse me, what is this? You won't even find this level of pointless randomness in a YouTube poop.
YouTube poop. YouTube is poop.
Pinkie rushing by is the most
it
exciting
is.
thing to happen during the daily sit in silence at the picnic tables meeting. I could sin the fact this mare never seems to notice Pinkie Pie staring at her through the window. But better yet, why is she still magically holding her cup all this time?
Wow, great idea! I'm starving too.
If Pinkie is actually this oblivious, then it's very likely Gummy is neglected, because she seems more than willing to let him eat paper for lunch.
A baby pony, please.
When was the last time someone asked for a baby human balloon?
Baby pony, please. Unless, of course, that would be a royal pain.
The episode doesn't explain it well, but this seemingly out-of-place line makes sense considering he later helps with the scavenger hunt. Much like the mayor, he must be in on the secret. It's a miracle the news didn't reach Twilight considering how many ponies know. The real sin is that Pinkie thought she had to keep this to herself when there are plenty of ponies to share in the burden.
Yeah,
If Mrs.
she
Cake
could
leaked
chat
it
with.
to Pinkie Pie, the royal couple were already informing others, and the focus seems to be on surprising Twilight since we don't even see the reaction of others. Why not bring the other friends in on the secret? These papers leap into the air on their own.
That's a fair point.
Even now, after Pinkie's meltdown upon hearing of the delay, Twilight doesn't think that maybe the baby-related secret has to do with Shining Armor and Cadence.
You seem like you've been keeping something in.
We're not going to judge you, darling.
Thanks for shattering that headcanon and proving you're not all that smart, Rarity. Random nightmare fuel, which comes out of nowhere and serves no purpose besides fueling nightmares randomly. Cadence's horn appears to move on its own.
Take a look on the back
Holy
of
crap.
the birth certificate of Applejack.
That's not even close to being a clue or a riddle. Maybe the prize at the end is a timeshare opportunity for only the smartest of ponies.
Birth certificate of Applejack.
I don't like where this is going.
This is a major invasion of privacy, both against Applejack and any pony else whose documents they happen to go through. Sure, public record and all, but the royal couple clearly didn't ask AJ if this would be okay beforehand. Applejack is once and for all proven not to be a background pony, because only main characters don't have creepy soul-eating eyes as foals. Well, except for that one time in Season 3, but I guess we're retconning that? Pinkie made a big deal out of being a surprise ruiner, but has no qualms about being a scavenger hunt ruiner.
Did you like the scavenger hunt?
What scavenger hunt? We waited for you at the statue, but since you never showed up, we just happened to come here. The secret was kept, but only
That'd be
because
nice.
Pinkie was interrupted while spreading it.
Yeah, she was.
Told us about a baby?
You mean I'm gonna be an ant?
That was a good one. Alright, so that was everything wrong with the one where Pinkie Pie knows. And yeah, got some good points there. Secret was only kept because she kept getting interrupted. So yeah, I have really nothing else to add to that. I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed that, but I'm going to end this one here. Until next time, take care.